Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is NinjaX21. Come to you guys with another video. Today we got our Bad Blood review for October 7th, 2024. If you guys continue to enjoy the content, make sure you give it a like, subscribe, trigger that bell so as get notified every time a new video releases, and let's get right into it. So we have the Bad Blood review. Um, I wasn't able to watch this Saturday because of work. I was there for a while, and by the time I got back, show was pretty much over. Um, but let's give a quick deep dive into it. Get my thoughts and opinions and kind of like take away some of the key points in the match. If I feel like I don't really have any, I'm not gonna really say anything. Just give you a match rating, or if I don't think it needs one, I won't give one at all. But let's get right into it. First, we got CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, which I thought was a fun matchup. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, they had this rivalry going since the Royal Rumble, I believe, or maybe even before that. But ends up, I don't know if the feud ended right there. I believe it would. I mean, it's Hell in a Cell. So hopefully it ended. I kind of want to see CM Punk do some bigger and better things. Drew McIntyre should be on the shelf for a while, hopefully. That way, we can see CM Punk getting some meaningful feuds. Because I feel like you can't have them two on the same brand if Drew gets back. I feel like one of them have to move or something, or maybe again a match may happen and they might send Drew or CM Punk to SmackDown. Either one of them with a loser leaves match or whatever, leaves the brand and goes to the other or something like that. Hopefully, if that occurs. But yeah. CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, fun match. Little of the key points of this match was really them trying to pretty much hurt each other. And in my opinion, I think this was the best match of the show. Not taking nothing from Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. I thought that was a great match, but in my opinion, this was probably the best match of the show. Um, you know, Drew McIntyre bloody CM Punk, and then they had to trade back and forth with moves. CM Punk actually busts Drew McIntyre upside the head with a toolbox. And you can see the blood going dripping down from the heads. There's no fake crap going on there. It might be this show might be scripted, but that was real blood. Actually, that whole match, it was real blood. Um, Apparently Drew McIntyre had like 16 staples in his head um, after that match. So it kind of tells you how personal they wanted to make this, and I respect that. 100% respect that. CM Punk, the way the match ends, it was these Drew McIntyre had a bag in his hand, and it was full of the cute beads or whatever that was made with the bracelet that had CM Punk's wife and dog's name on it. And I think Drew McIntyre just spreads them out all over the ring like he did with the bracelet onto CM Punk, and it kind of lit a fire under CM Punk when he tries to go for I think the Claymore or something like that. I think it was a Claymore towards the steel steps, and he lands on his back, and then CM Punk takes the bead, shoves it in Drew McIntyre's mouth, puts him over his head, hits him with a GTS 1, 2, 3 match over, and CM Punk ends up with the win there. Um, Great match. I give it a 4.5 out of 10. Well, 4.5 out of 5. I I don't know if I want to rank them out of 10 or not. So that's the reason why I said 4.5 out of 10 is very, very complicated with the way I want to rank things. But we're going to go 4.5 out of 5 there. Great match, and it matching storytelling made the rating what it was, to be completely honest with you. Next match, we got Bayley versus Nia Jax. Nia Jax wins this match with the help of Tiffany Stratton. The match was literally all Nia. Nia had most of the match pretty much covered. I mean, there was nothing Bayley really could have done. And eventually, towards the end of the match, Bayley kind of picks up momentum and almost gets the win until Tiffany comes out. Tiffany looked like she was about to cash in, and I was kind of just looking at Tiffany like, "What are you doing? Like, You trying to cash in on me? That's exactly what you trying to do. And Tiffany's like, no, 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 I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. And Nia is like, is that so? Um, and then Tiffany, over there, yeah, I'm over here trying to help you. Bailey gets involved, and you know, next thing you know, Tiffany's on the outside, and Bailey gets on the top rope there. Tiffany got the briefcase, throws it up. Freaking Bailey catches it, and it's just like, what the world? Bailey's distracted, and then freaking Nia, boom, hits Bailey. Gets up there on the top, hits her with a Samoa drop from the top, drags her towards the same corner that she just hit the Samoa drop from, and then gets up on the top rope, annihilator, boom, 1, 2, 3, match is over, and yeah, that was literally it. I mean, the match wasn't perfect by any means, but I thought it was okay at best. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I thought it could have been a little bit better, but I mean, it was serviceable. I don't think it was a bad match. It was nothing to rate it high about. It was none. It was no high factor with this match, but I think the Rhea and Liv match was a lot lower than this one. So 3.5 out of 5 isn't horrible. At least I think so. Next match, we got Damian Priest versus Finn Balor. This whole story was pretty much about Damian not needing Balor or JD or Carlito, any of the Judgment Day members, and Finn Balor saying, "Oh, I didn't need you either, Priest. Like you the one needed us, or me rather, pretty much." So Balor and Priest, they go at it, back and forth match, or a little fun match there until Carlito and JD McDonough get involved, and JD McDonough, um, him and Carlito, distract Priest for the time being. Balor hits a drop kick. Priest is down on the ground. He hits a coup de grace, 1, 2, 3. Well, not 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and then freaking Priest kicks out, and JD and Carlito, they just looking like, what in the world is like going on here? Like, why? How did he kick out of that? That type feeling. You know how they always are. And Priest eventually gets the upper hand and gets rid of JD. Well, he gets rid of Carlito, then he gets rid of JD, and then Balor kind of gets his upper hand again, like he pretty much had the whole match. I mean, it was back and forth until Judgment Day got involved. But then I think I heard Michael Cole say Finn Balor hit a coup de grace on the back of the head of Damian Priest, or the back of the neck or something like that. And then he hits a coup de grace again, but this time on the back of Priest. And then he tried to go for it one more time. And again, Priest catches him and hits him with a South in Heaven. 1, 2, 3, match is over. And it ends up being a pretty good match. I give it a 4 out of 5. I give it a 4 out of 5. I don't think it deserves a 3 point something, so I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It was a great match in my opinion. I have nothing bad to say about it whatsoever, whatsoever. So next thing is a segment. Triple H introduces a champion versus champion match at Crown Jewel, and whoever wins that match, both on the men and women's side, will get an opportunity, or not an opportunity. They will get a Crown Jewel championship. Yes, a Crown Jewel championship. I don't know if I'm that excited. It's a nothing show, in my personal opinion, and I mean a Crown Jewel title does not does do anything for me, but it's cool that we get a champion versus champion match. It's not Survivor Series, in my opinion. If it was Survivor Series, I'll probably been looking a little worried, but I'm not worried about Crown Jewel champion versus champion on both men and women's side. But I don't like the match on the women's side more than the men's side. I don't really like that. Nia versus Liv Morgan potentially. If Tiffany Stratton doesn't have the belt before then, I don't I honestly don't know. I couldn't really tell you if that's a good thing. Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan. I think that's gonna be like the worst match of the night, possibly. I don't know. I wish better for the women. Honestly, I wish better. Um, but as he was talking about that, Gunther, he gets out there, he starts trash talking about um he's gonna win the Crown Jewel Championship. It's gonna be handed right to me on the silver platter, like the King of the Ring trophy was, and the world title pretty much was. And then he was saying he seen Bill Goldberg out there when he was talking about the legends, and the crowd was just like Goldberg, Goldberg, and then Gunther's like, yes, Goldberg. Goldberg's looking on, freaking he starts talking about when he was in the ring with Bret Hart that Monday Night Raw episode, and then was saying every good thing I said about you was a lie, pretty much. And then he seen Gage, which was Goldberg's son, out there, and was pretty much like, "Hey, I hope your dad was a better father than he is a wrestler," or something like that. Goldberg gets set off, gets from the outside area, then he gets over there to where the ringside was. Um, then he's over there he's literally trying to get in the ring to try to kill Gunther, and security's like, no, we're not having this. We're not having this. So I guess what Goldberg signed to a Legends contract or something like that. So I guess Goldberg is going to try to get his match with Gunther. Not sure if this is his last match Goldberg was talking about, but I wouldn't want that being I wouldn't want that being a match for me at all. But if that has to be my last match, if my last match had to be with Gunther, it better might as well be my last match, or I'm not taking it. You know what I'm saying? Like I might as well just get beat up by Gunther and then end my career there. Just one, like, let's say it was me actually wrestling. If my first match with Gunther, that might as well be my last match. I'm just not even gonna lie to you. That man is wow wow with the chops, man. Nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm good, to be honest with you. But yeah, he was distracted, as in Gunther was distracted by the security guards and also Goldberg holding them back. Sami Zayn was able to get into the ring, coming from the rampway, and attacks Gunther, and then eventually security separates them, and then we go off into the next segment, which was probably just a match. I'm gonna kind of use this after the main event here. Well, before we get to the main event, we're gonna do Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. So the key one of the key points in this match, because this match wasn't very good in my opinion, I give it a three at best. But it don't really deserve a rating because the match didn't really have a definitive winner. With Rhea Ripley winning the match, but not your champion. Liv Morgan's still your champion because of DQ, and we'll get to that here in a minute. So Dom was suspended in the short cage up high, above, and then where the rampway was, that's exactly where Dom was. Um, Pretty much just a match was back and forth. Rhea get a counter there, destroying Liv, and then Liv get a counter there, destroying Rhea. Kind of like back and forth going on, like most matches are really. But eventually in this match, Dom, Rhea's going to do a frog splash, but she doesn't see Dom on the outside area, um, with the cage door open. So Dom literally got the cage door open. Next thing you know, I'm looking down like this. Then I look up. I'm just like, I'm looking at my TV. I'm like, what's going on here? I see Dom with like one foot hanging from where the cage was, and his whole half of his body is just hanging down, literally like he's about to fall. Rhea Ripley is getting a kick out of there after she hit a frog splash on Liv Morgan. Um, and told the ref, I think she was talking to the ref camera guy, or whoever's in the corner there. I guess both was saying I gotta handle some business real quick. So I'm over here like I'm over here like she's about to take this kendo stick and just go to work, bro. She's about to have her. pinata. Dom as the pinata. I'm like, that's the first thing I thought of once I saw Dom's one leg hanging and have his whole other body just waiting to hit the ground. I'm just like, she's about to have a field day. She got that kendo stick, and I was like, I popped for that kendo stick. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I popped for that kendo stick because I was hoping for it. She got that from underneath the rim. I was like, yes, let's go. I'm just like, let's go. She gets a kendo stick, goes up to the ramp way where Dom was, and just like, oh, it's my birthday. It's my birthday today. Just freaking just keep hitting the Dom with the kendo stick, and eventually, uh, a very tall figure hits Rhea Ripley. Rhea goes down, and all the energy that I had in me at that point of the match was definitely drained. It was already drained with the match going on in the first place, but my energy picked up once I seen Dom hanging from the cage because I knew she was gonna get that kendo stick. Then everything drained. I mean, I get it. I knew Raquel was gonna return, but she couldn't even do her part right. She made sure she was seen. She made sure she was seen, and then it ended up being in a DQ with Liv Morgan still retaining your title, but Rhea Ripley as your winner. So I'd like to see if Rhea gets any help. If she does, from who? Is Becky going to return? And we might see a alliance between Becky and Rhea. I don't know. I don't know who's going to be that, person that can help Rhea out, but clearly she needs help. And obviously, the men can't fight the women, so Priest is not able to do that. So who's going to help Rhea? And I guess we might kind of see seeds planted of maybe who can do that maybe tonight. Possibly. Possibly. But yeah, I'm interested. But also Raquel and Liv as heels instead of baby faces this time as a tag team. I think you can really get that belt off Liv now. And maybe you can have Liv and Raquel kind of be like that Shawn Michaels and Diesel. I'm not saying they anywhere near them, but as in being the female versions of Shawn Michaels and Diesel, but like downgraded version. Let's be real, but I'm not trying to say that they are. So calm down in the comments. Calm down. Um, so we get into the commercial here. I don't know where I want to start off first. I guess we're gonna do before the commercial. I guess. Um, it was either one. I can't remember for sure, but we seen a segment or not a segment. It's just kind of like when they just announce people or whatever who's been there or whatever, how many people they've been out in attendance or whatever. And then we had Quavo. They showed Quavo on screen. We seen Metro Boomin on screen, and we also seen Lil Baby on screen. So they were all there at Bad Blood. And then we had a commercial break with Bianca Belair, and then she ends up getting a call, and it was Megan Thee Stallion, and then they were talking about I think SummerSlam next year, 2 nights. Um, so that should be interesting to see. SummerSlam is going to be must see next year, 2 nights. So they really trying to hype SummerSlam to be part of this what big three or whatever they call it, like the shows for the year. Um, really making SummerSlam to be a big show. So I'm very happy for that. And what's crazy is the Royal Rumble is my favorite pay per view of all time. But they making me interested. They're making me interested in SummerSlam a little bit more than when I'm usually interested in SummerSlam. I like their shows, but it's just something that just makes me like the Royal Rumble. I love the Royal Rumble match. Every single year. I love to just see it anyway. You get those funny moments. You also get like some really serious moments of people who already been through the ringer and the rivalry or whatever. So it's kind of like I love the Royal Rumble because of surprises, the returns. But anyways, let's get into the main event. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa in our main event. You know, it starts off like any traditional tag team match with Roman Reigns, well, Cody Rhodes starting off the match. They was kind of like, you know, Roman was like, I have your back. I said I was gonna have your back, but did I say you was gonna start off first in this match? And then Cody, just talking to him like, I'm starting. Like I'm gonna be the first one that goes in this match. And Roman's like, you know what? All right, you the man. You the champ. You whatever. Roman, gets on the other side of the ring there. Pretty much waiting to be tagged in. Cody Rhodes starts off the match, and we get to the point where the hot tag is there. Roman gets in the ring, does his thing. Roman was in the same situation in the match. Hot tags Cody Rhodes, and then we get later on in the match, and then the bloodline finally comes out with Tama Tonga Loa, and they pretty much put some stuff into the match that makes this blood like the bloodline way look like the bloodline was looking to win the match. Next thing you know, we kind of see a hooded figure. We knew who it was. We on TV knew who it was. The crowd knew who it was. So Solo was like, he was just looking. He was kind of like, wait, what? Who's that? And then Solo's like, this. And then Tommy Tonga and Tonga Loa, they was kind of like looking at like Solo, like, what are you talking about? Like, what did we do? Next thing you know, Solo's like, they look over. Then Tama Tonga's reaching to grab the guy in the hood, super kick to him. Tonga Loa's looking to do the same thing, super kick to him. And then the hood comes down, the mask comes down. We got Jimmy Uso back where he belongs. Roman's first match, his first match with the entrance being just him and no Paul Heyman, no championship around his waist, no Jimmy Uso, no we the ones. Um, Roman was the only one doing that. He's the only one that came out in that match, and now we got Jimmy helping him. And then Roman does his thing, hits him with a spear. I didn't mention Cody hitting the cross body on the Jacob Fatu. They both was out. Hits a spear on Solo. 1, 2, 3, match over. And then that was that pretty much. I give the match a 4.2 out of 10. Out of 5. I don't know why I keep saying out of 10, but yeah, it ended up being pretty good. I thought Bad Blood was a really good show. Now, the ending rating, I'm gonna give out of 10. I'm gonna give the show a 7.5 out of 10. There's some things that could have been better.
It's a good thing that I decided to look back at my video, because I was just gonna upload it the way it was at first because I didn't see any problems with it. But I made my thumbnail to have The Rock in it, and I didn't even go over what happened towards the end. So Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso rather kind of like looked at Cody Rhodes to like, you know, hey, that's like our title. We bringing it back to our family type thing. That's not what they were saying, but it was like, I want my title back. We got unfinished business type thing. Then they, eventually look on at Cody, leave the ring. Cody's in there all alone. Eventually, Bloodline gets in the ring. Rather just Solo in the Tongas, I think. Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga. I think they were the only ones. I think Jacob was still out. Jimmy and Roman Reigns, like as they were attacking, as Solo and Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa was attacking Cody Rhodes, they were at the rampway with their backs turned, and then they look, and Roman's kind of like, I want to leave them be, and like they're not my problem anymore. We got our W for the night, type thing. Not as he said, but Jimmy's just looking like, I'm with you, but can we help him? And Roman's just, it took Roman a minute, but he's finally like, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. And then they eventually do it, you know, help Cody out. And then they looking at Cody again. But this time Roman picks up the championship and then hands Cody the championship. You know, everything looking good. Everything looking good. You know, they looking at each other. It looked like it was about to be time for them to leave the ring again, Jimmy and Roman. And then The Rock comes out. Now, I don't know why I didn't add this, but I guess I forgot. I had everything. I guess I didn't have The Rock returning in my notes. Or maybe I just stopped looking at the notes. I stopped looking at the notes, to be completely honest with you. I just went off the dome for the last few parts. Um, Almost through the whole thing, I just looked at whose matches it was going to be, and I just try to remember off the top of my head from what I seen in the match. But yeah, Rock's music hits, um, and Rock does this. I guess it was a warning sign or whatever. Nobody knew what it meant. At least I don't think so. But I guess it's planting seeds for some story to go around with Cody, Roman, and Rock. Maybe a triple threat match at Royal Rumble, which was my prediction, but it could be a little bit earlier, or something could go on at Survivor Series. That I don't know. It could be solo Rock and Jacob Fatu versus Roman, Jimmy, and Cody, possibly, or Roman, Jimmy, and somebody. I don't know. A lot of people thinking Jay is going to come back to the Bloodline around that time. I'm not too sure, to be completely honest with you. I knew eventually something like that's going to happen, but I don't know if it's going to happen by Survivor Series. Yes, he can lose his IC title by then, but I don't know. I think Jay's doing big things right now, to be completely honest with you. Um, he's definitely that what we need right now. It's a video I kind of want to make about Jey Uso, but I'll save it for another time. But thank you guys for watching. I'm glad I caught that before I went ahead and uploaded this video. Now I gotta go make some edits to make it seem pretty good, I guess, and not all over the place. Because I did not want it to. I didn't mean to do that. I apologize, but um, it looked like I covered everything I wanted to cover now. But thank you guys for watching. Monday Night Raw is tonight, but I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on that just yet. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, and hopefully very, very soon. I think about making some W2K24 content, so take definitely take some time to look at that if you can. I already got some videos on the channel if you want to go ahead and look at that, whether it's here or here. I think you might see it here on the screen. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.